Hello students, it's Professor Lorenzo and welcome to our second video on research skills. This is video 2 of 2. What we're going to do here is we're going to input our sources into Word. I'm going to show you how to use a quote from those sources, how to input it into your Word document, and I'm also going to show you how to create a bibliography or works cited list from those sources. So I decided that my research would be on losing weight, and I trimmed it down. I focused it to the benefits of losing weight for 50-year-olds. I've already done my reading, done my research, and I found me 5 sources that I want to use. And we want to make sure that we put all of our sources into Word. So the first source I found is, let's see what it is. The first one I found was from this magazine called, or that's actually from a journal called Annual Reviews. I'm going to use information from here in my essay. So I want to figure out, how do I do this in the easiest way? How do I create a works cited list in the easiest manner possible? So let's go back to Word. And once you've done that, you'll click where it says References. It's already open. And you'll look for the section right here. We're going to click on Manage Sources first. Before we do that, we need to make sure that we are using the proper format. So we'll click down here, this drop-down menu, and we'll find MLA because we use MLA. Make sure you do that. Then we'll go to Manage Sources. And what we can do here is import our sources into a list so that it stays there for us to use later. Let's go back to the first source we're using. And what we'll look for to make sure there's names, the author's names are here, and they are. And if you notice back on the Word file, you click New, the first thing it's going to ask you is what type of source it is. We're using website. Most of your sources are going to be websites. If you were using a book, you could click on book. If it was a journal article, actually that is a journal article, but we're going to use website just to make it easy, okay? It's a website. You notice the piece of information requested is the author's name. And as we remember, it's Rena R. Wing and James O. Hill. So if you look here, if you click on this space, you'll notice that's how they want you to input the name. Last name first, comma, and then first name, and then a semicolon to separate the two sources. So we had Rena R. Wing, so that's Wing R, semicolon, and I think it was James O. Hill. And there we have the author's name. Now, if there is no author, and sometimes you'll find articles where there's no author's name, what you do is you click on Corporate Author, and then you go back to the website and find out what is the name of the website, and here it's called Annual Reviews. And you go back to corporate and you'll write Annual Reviews Editors. So if you can't find an author's name, just type in the name of the website and then type editors afterwards. But we found an author's name, so we're not going to do that here. Try to remember that. So then we want to know what's the name of the web page. The name of the web page is always the name of the article, and the name of this article is Successful Weight Loss Maintenance. That is the name of the web page right there. So we'll enter that here. Then we want to take a look at when was the article written, and here it tells us looks like it was July 2001. So it looks like, yep, July 2001 right here. So, all right, 2001. There is no day, so we don't have to put that in July. There is no day, but then we're going to want to know when it was accessed. So what we'll do is put in the date that we looked at it. That's all they're asking for. It was 2019. If we looked at it on September 17th, 2019, we'll do that. Now, it asks you for medium, and as you notice when we click on medium, it gives you an example down here, whether it was from a document or whatever. Because you guys are using mainly websites, you're going to put just internet. Now, one other thing that doesn't show up here that's important for you to do, click on the Show All Bibliography fields here. Click that on. And if you notice, other fields open to enter information. What we want to do is go back to the website, copy the web address here, and input it under URL. And then we're good to go. All right. So that particular source is listed under our current list. Now we're going to go to a second source. I'm not going to do all 5 of these here. The second source we're looking at here is an article in the Annals of Internal Medicine. We know from the last one that they're going to want our authors' names. And it looks like they got a bunch of authors here. Got about 5 different authors, okay? I'm not going to put all those authors. If you have more than 3 authors, there's here's how you do this. So we'll use the first author. His name is Felsen. And we're going to go back to our Word document here. Click on New. We'll go do website again. So we're going to do Felsen. Oops. Felsen. David T. Felsen, MD. David T. Now, there's way too many authors to put in here. So what you do is you type et al. And what that does is it tells anyone who's reading your research paper that, or looking at your sources, that there's a bunch of other authors there and you just didn't want to input it all there. And you can do that. It's no big deal. So now we need the name of the web page. And as I remember, the name of the web page is always the name of the article. So I'm going to copy and paste that there. You want to look at the date that the article was written. It looks like it was April 1st, 1992. By the way, this is not a good article because it's too old, but I'm just doing this to show you how to do it, so we won't worry about it too much right now. But 1992. What was it, April? Oops. April 1st. That's probably not a good article to depend on anyway. It was written on April Fool's Day, huh? You need to stay away from that one. Then they want to know, of course, like we did on the last one, when was it accessed? So we're going to do 2019, and we'll do September 17. And what was the medium? Again, the internet, right? That's where we got it from. And one more time, click on Show All Bibliography Fields. Go down to URL. Go back to the website. Copy and paste. And there you go. So these are in our list of sources. Right now, no one knows anything about them. But suppose we did what we decide we want to quote. We're writing, let's see, of course this is set up wrong. Go back here. So we're writing our article, and just imagine I've written a paragraph already. But then I decide I want to quote from one of those sources. So I go back to the source, and maybe I'm going to quote this part. So I copy and paste that here. All right. Before I quote, I'll introduce, what was the article, the author's name again? Let's see here. Rena Wing. So, according to Rena Wing, a specialist in the field, and now I want to put her quote in, so I do my comma. Remember, always comma before quote. My quotation marks, and then I paste her quote there. Of course, I want to make sure it matches my text. Then I put my quote mark, and then I access Insert Citation, click on it, and there are our sources right there. I find Miss Wing and Mr. Hill, and there it is. Make sure you include your period after that. If I want to do the same for the other author, if I want to do a quote from his article, Then let's say I'm going to quote this part. Copy and paste it. Go to Word. Dr. What's his last name again? Dr. Felsen. Dr. Felsen, also an expert stated. A quotation mark. Copy and paste it. Make sure it matches my text. A quotation mark again. Then I go insert my citation. There he is right there. My period, and boom. It's all set. Now this also works great when I go to do my works cited page later. I'll find where it says bibliography. Open it up. Works cited. Click on works cited. And my sources are right there. Make sure that you input all the sources you use for your research in this system. Doesn't matter whether you quoted from them or not, input all your sources there. Now here's the homework. To locate 10 sources. Doesn't matter whether you are using those sources for your research or not. I just want to make sure you know how to input sources into the Word citation tool. So just find 10 sources on the internet. You're going to enter them like I just did, and then you will make a works cited page for those 10 sources and upload that page into Canvas. That's your quiz for the day. Good luck with it. If you got any questions, you can give me a text, an email, or call. Other than that, have a great day.